Welcome back. In today's video, we're diving into one of Neville Goddard's most transformative techniques, the power of revision. This concept may sound a bit unconventional, but when you understand it, it becomes one of the most powerful tools in your manifestation toolbox. In this video, I'll show you how you can change the events of your past to create the future you desire. Let's get into it. One of the most revolutionary concepts that Neville Goddard introduced is the idea that you can revise your past. Yes, you heard that right. You can change the past. But before you think this is some kind of fantasy, let me explain how it works and why it's so powerful. Neville Goddard believed that the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between past, present, or future. It only responds to the feelings and assumptions you hold in your mind. In other words, if you change the way you feel about something that happened in the past, you change how your subconscious mind interprets it. And when your subconscious mind has a new interpretation, it begins to align your present and future circumstances with this new perception. This is where the magic happens. The key principle behind the power of revision is that events from your past are not set in stone. You may have lived through certain experiences, but your interpretation and emotional charge of those events are completely within your control. Neville often said, "The moment you revise your past, you transform your future." By changing your perception of past events, you change the way they affect you today. And ultimately, you create a new, improved future for yourself. How to use revision to change your reality. Understanding the past's influence. The first step in applying. The power of revision is recognizing that your past is not just a collection of events that have happened. The way you interpret those events shapes your present reality. If you've had painful or challenging experiences, these memories can have lingering effects on your thoughts, emotions, and even your physical reality. The goal of revision is to change the emotional charge or meaning attached to these memories, allowing you to let go of the past and start fresh. For instance, if you have a past memory of failure or disappointment, you may carry a belief with you today that you're not capable of success. The memory of that failure may be holding you back from pursuing new opportunities. But through revision, you can alter the way you perceive that event, which in turn will change how it affects you moving forward. Rewriting your past with the power of imagination. Neville Goddard emphasized that imagination is the most powerful tool we have. To revise your past, you use your imagination to mentally and emotionally re-script the events you want to change. This means visualizing a different outcome, one that supports your current desires and goals. Here's how to do it. Think of a past event that you would like to change, something that has caused you pain, regret, or negative emotions. Now, in your imagination, go back to that event and mentally revise it. See the scene playing out differently. Imagine that everything turned out perfectly, the way you would have wanted it to. Feel the emotions you would have experienced if that had been the reality. You might imagine that you succeeded in a situation where you once failed, or you may picture a conversation going smoothly where it once led to conflict. The important part is not just visualizing the event, but also feeling the emotions of the revised version. Neville stressed that it's the feeling that makes the change real. By revising the past with this new positive emotional charge, you're shifting your subconscious programming, and it begins to manifest in your current reality. Repetition of revision. Just like any other form of mental training, the power of revision requires practice and repetition. Neville Goddard often recommended revising the past before going to sleep. He said that the state we enter when we sleep is the state where the subconscious mind is most receptive to change. So, before you sleep each night, think of the event you want to revise and mentally re-script it. Imagine the new, improved version and feel the emotions as if it has already happened. Repeat this revision nightly until it feels natural and real. The more you mentally revise an event and experience the emotions associated with it, the more it will feel like the new reality. Eventually, your subconscious mind will accept the revised version of events as truth, and this will begin to affect your present life and future circumstances. The power of living in the end. In Neville's teachings, living in the end refers to imagining that your desires are already fulfilled. The same principle applies when using the power of revision. When you revise a past event, you're mentally living in the end result of that event. You're not just imagining that things could have gone better. You're imagining that they did go better and feeling the relief, joy, and satisfaction as though it's your current reality. For example, let's say you failed a test in the past, and that memory has affected your confidence. When you revise it, imagine that you aced the test. Picture the joy of receiving the grade you wanted and feel the pride and confidence that would have come from that success. By mentally living in that end result, you shift your perception of the event, and that new perception begins to shape your reality. Letting go of the need to control. Once you've revised an event in your mind, Neville advised letting go of the need to control the outcome. Many people try to figure out how revision works or worry about when and how it will show up in their life. The key is to trust the process. After you revise the past, don't obsess over it or try to force a result. Trust that the revision is powerful enough to change your inner state, and in turn, the external world will shift to reflect that change. Neville said, "The law works whether you believe it or not. Just trust in the process and keep living in the end result." When you stop trying to control how things should unfold and simply allow the change to take place, you open yourself up to the natural flow of manifestation. Using revision for healing. Another powerful aspect of a revision is its ability to heal emotional wounds. Many people carry emotional scars from past events, whether it's from past relationships, childhood experiences, or trauma. The act of revising these memories can help release the emotional charge attached to them, offering healing and freedom. For example, if you had a painful breakup that left you with feelings of unworthiness or distrust, you can revise that memory. Instead of seeing the breakup as a failure or a rejection, revise it in your mind to show you as a confident person who handled the situation with grace. Feel the peace, self-love, and empowerment that would come from this revised experience, and let go of the old feelings of pain or regret. This helps you to move forward and let go of any negative emotional patterns that may have been holding you back. The power of revision is one of the most transformative tools for changing your past and creating your future. By revising the events in your life, you are essentially rewriting the script of your reality. And when you do this with feeling and consistency, you begin to see your life transform in amazing ways. Remember, the past is not set in stone. It's only your interpretation of it that holds the power. You can change the past to create the future you desire. Thank you for watching today's video. In the next video, we'll dive into how you can use imaginative play to create powerful manifestations, taking your visualization practice to the next level. Stay tuned and remember, Your power to create is limitless, and with the power of revision, you can shape your past, present, and future.